Welcome to Arc Breeding Episode 8. I'm on the Domination server cluster on the Ragnarok map next to the Red Obby, which is like right down there. So I'm just down the beach in this little alcove. And this series, even though I don't have a lot of light on, maybe I should put some light on here. Let's see. Does that help a little bit? That'd help a little bit. Anyway, what we're doing is we're breeding terror birds. As an example, we're doing consolidation, and I just finished classifying the new generation. New generation, a few of them just have one stat, like this one just has weight, but I'm not going to worry about the single stats anymore. I'm just going to worry about the ones with multiple stats. So in other words, you have to have at least 2 stats to qualify. Okay. That's one of the newer ones. She's female, 217 weight, but that's all she's got. She doesn't have anything else. I did manage to pass the melee from this female here that has superior melee. This one, that's the superior melee. Got passed on to a male. Let's see, I think it was 217. What did I do with them? Is this it? Yeah. So this male, he only has weight, but he has the correct melee. So he's a WM. So this guy is going to be put in reserve for now. And the reason why that is because I have a new male that has 245 H health, oxygen, and weight. I want to see if I can breed this one. Oh no, this is a female. This is the male. This male has health, oxygen, and weight. I'm going to rebreed him with the females that have 2, except for the food. Like this female has food. Food is one that I'm trying to get on more creatures, but the health is not necessary. Like this health. The health by itself just has 1 stat. So go ahead and disable her. So you have to disable the mating first and then take the saddle off, but I'll probably get rid of them later. Like this one has health, oxygen, melee. In reality, it's health and oxygen. This is the wrong melee. So I have to change this. It's going to be F231, health, oxygen. It's only got 2 stats, not 3. Because the new melee came in and it got kicked up. This one too. 239, right? Yeah. So it's 239 health, oxygen. There we go. See, it only has 2. This one has oxygen and melee. And the melee is the wrong one, so she's got to go. This one's got to go. Because in reality, it only has oxygen. It doesn't have melee. I got plenty of males with oxygen. I got 1 male with oxygen. That's all I need. So I'll disable. See, I'm making space for the new females that will have at least 2 stats on it. If it doesn't have at least 2 stats, it's got to go. Health and melee, look at that. 227 has health, and the melee's not good. So she's got to go. She only has 1 stat. Okay. This is how you do it. This is how you have to pick, the men from the boys, disable mating. So I'll make some space and then mix in the new ones where the old ones are. This one has health and oxygen, not health, oxygen, melee. Oops, and change name. Female 238. I'll move it over. There. This one has oxygen only. That's only one stat that can go. I'm going to do 2 stats or better unless it's food or stamina. Because food and stamina, I'm trying to get on there from scratch. Every disable. Okay, you see what I'm doing? I'm getting rid of the old ones with 1 stat. I just don't need them unless it's stamina or health. I mean stamina or food. Yeah. So this one has the old melee on it. That's not, so it's just HO. Change name. Female 231. HO. Why? Because that melee is the old melee. I'll move it over. So making space. Oxygen melee. Oxygen melee doesn't have the new melee, so that means it really has 1 stat. There we go. Now, before I kill those guys, I take their saddles off and I put them on the new birds, so I don't have to make any more. That's why I'm culling them right now. You know, making space. Here, oxygen melee. And the melee is the old melee, so she's got to go too. See how so many of them are obsolete? But if it was a stamina or food, I leave it there. Because even though it's only that 1 stat, I need to try to breed that on a male, a better male. Let's see. Behavior, disable male. See what else we got here. Oxygen melee, same thing. Old melee, it's not the current melee. Food, stamina. That's an exception to the rule simply because I need those on there. Save remaining. And let's go here. What do we got here? Okay, this is a stamina. It's a female 145 with stamina. It's low level. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's a 217. It's got the high stamina though. And that is it. But because I'm trying to breed that onto a male, because remember I only have his health, oxygen, and weight on a male. There's oxygen, don't need it. It's just some of these may be the original ones. There we go. So one at a time. Bear in mind, this video series for ARC breeding is just a reminder video for me. Okay, food. I don't have food on anything, so this one stays. I don't have food on a male that I know of. Double check, but even though it's 1 stat, it does have a chance to progress. So this is height. I'm not height. Health and weight. This one stays. Okay. This one stays because it's a melee. And I'm trying to get her on there. I'm trying to get the superior melee on a male. I'm going to try to breed the male I just bred, which is this one over here. Either this one or if I can find another male that's better, I'll look for one. Like this is a male, what, 245? And this is a male 249. So this one has 2 more levels. It has health, oxygen, and weight, and has 2 more levels somewhere. So that one would be better to breed than this one. In other words, that is the superior male to this one by 3 levels. They both have the same stats, but one has 3 levels more. So one of the other stats has 3 levels more than it should. That brings it up closer. So it's better to breed the superior male, not the 245, but the 249. That's 4, that's what, 5, 6, 7, that's 4 levels more. So anyway, so that's good. That brings his levels up. I'd rather have him go up than down. So this one's oxygen and weight. Oxygen and weight, I can work with oxygen. Okay, this is just weight. I don't want just weight. See? So I'm raising the standards of the females to include at least 2 stats, with the exception of stamina and food. Because I got so many examples of the other ones. See, this is another weight only. I need it. Once I got that weight on a male, basically you want to just stick to as many, you want to slowly, gradually go up in your stats. It's not the end of the world. Like here's another female with just weight only. Probably one of the first ones I bred. There we go. Look at that. So all those saddles on those birds are going to go on the new birds, assuming I keep them. Let's see. This says weight and melee, but if I look at the melee, it's the old melee, so the melee doesn't count. Remember, I got a new melee. It's up by 1 point, and I want to keep that one. So this one is just weight. Make it go. Look at how many I'm getting rid of. Like almost half seem to be going. Here's a weight by itself. I don't need it. Gone with the wind. Oxygen and melee, and it's a fake melee, right? It's the wrong melee. That's the old melee. It's not the new one, so it's reality. It's just an oxygen. Later on, I'll grab the saddles and start putting them on the new birds. I already classified all the new birds, so I could just look at it and know what it's got. Okay, so this one has health, oxygen, and the old melee. So basically, it's in health and oxygen. That's the correct designation, health, oxygen. That's 2 stats, and I can work with that. Remember, every time you breed 2 animals and they have the same stat, the stat will stay unless it mutates. Now this one has 4 stats: health, oxygen, weight, but the old melee. So I have to change it to HOW. There we go. Now this female, because she has the best stats, she has all 3 of the stats. What I could do with this female is, instead of breeding her with this one, which is the male version of her, what I could do is breed her with like this stamina. Breed her together with him. So what I will do is I will disable her mating so she doesn't mate with anybody else right now. And I'll take these 2 away somewhere and breed them. That way I have a small chance of getting HOW or HSOW and adding the stamina on there, as opposed to rebreeding her with these other guys that already, you know, I mean, if I breed her with that guy, I'll make another male or female like her. I mean, that's good. You could do it that way. But I'd rather take them aside and have the chance of getting that stamina put on there. You get a female with that stamina, or I could even get a male technically with the stamina and at least two other of the other stats. That brings the value of that male up. So trying to breed it up a little bit. This one, 233, health, oxygen, melee, mutations. Health, oxygen, melee is the old melee, so it's an HO. HO. So this one can stay. Oxygen melee, I bet it's the old melee. Yeah, it's the old melee. Alright, so far so good there. So these are all the ones from the old stock we have left over, plus this special one here. She's 249, so that's really good level. So breeding her, I should technically breed her with this guy. Let's see. Let me back. She has the old high melee. And what's his melee? His melee is crap. Well, we'll see what happens with that. I'll try that. So anyway, here's a female. Enable mating. Oh yeah, I gotta start getting the saddles. Well, here's this one. This is a male with weight and melee. This is the one with the new melee. So him, I'm gonna put him over here. Okay. So technically, I'm tempted to put him in there instead of the stamina guy. But I think what I'll do is, because he's got the new melee, he's got the good weight. I might actually get, let me think about that. Because if I breed this new guy that has the melee on him at 227 with her, he's a higher level than this one, but I need to get that stamina on there. So now's the time to try to get that stamina worked in. Thing is, I don't know. I should raise the standards of the females first. That would be better. Anyway, here's another female. Health and weight. Oh, she doesn't have a saddle. This one has all three. See, this one is, what level is it? 249? 245. So here's another HOW there. You see? Now I can, like I said, I could breed this HOW with one of these other ones and make more HOWs and get rid of some of these lower level ones, because look at how low level they are. They're only 2 stats. So I think what we'll do is instead, I'll change my mind. I'll breed these in the same line as the other ones. And I'll go ahead and I'll turn them back on. I'll just try to make more HOWs, and so that way I can have a minimum of 3 stats on the females, and just put all these other guys aside over here, out of the way. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. HO. You got 2 stats here. HO. Yeah, so the goal is to get everybody, I guess, HOW. I mean, I can deviate and do what I was saying before, but I changed my mind. I think what I'm going to do is try to get all the females to be HOW, like this one here. He's HOW. That way I can get rid of 2 stat females next time. Okay. So let's see. Here's an HO. For a moment there, I thought it was a male. Here's a female HOW. Real pretty white one. I always wondered if these are mutations, but they're not. Yeah, we'll try to get them all to be HOW or something to that effect and kind of see what happens. After church, I went to my old apartment complex and knocked on a couple of doors and see what's going on. And it was interesting being back at the old apartment complex. It was so quiet there in the afternoon on a Sunday. I went to church and I told one of the sisters, I said, well, if I go down, I won't go down alone. You know, Lord will be with me in the end. Better than nothing, that's for sure. Okay, so here's an H. Oh, it looks like the sound cut out. So I do apologize for that. I'm going to have to disable this thing. I don't know why that happens. It just intermittently does that. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to